Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the OCE Recap. I'm Yummy Cheese Man, here to take you on a journey down under and let you know about the comings and goings of Rocket League in the region. We've seen upsets, record-long overtimes, new teams emerging, and a region that's stronger than ever. This weekend, Throwdown OCE League play began, and I'm going to give you a bit more background about the teams as we look at how they performed at the start of the season. Kicking off the season with a bang, reigning champions Chiefs would need to showcase their skills against the rising hopefuls Lovedex. It wouldn't be an easy match with Lovedex forming from the leftovers of previous top teams. The series would begin with a huge surprise as Lovedex managed to hold on to a 1-0 lead in game number 1. Chiefs would bounce back and start trading blows with the New Zealanders, leading to the series being tied at 2 games apiece and taking us to a final game 5. We weren't seeing the Chiefs that we know and love. Misplays and a lack of their signature infields led them to be down 0-3 in the final game. But backed into a corner, they made a resurgence, scoring 3 goals in quick succession to take the game to overtime. Drip A, after a stellar performance, would go on to seal the deal with the game winner and secure his hat-trick. The Chiefs, while maintaining a top position, were not happy with their performance and will be looking to come back next week with a vengeance. After showing great signs of life, Lovedex would now need to verse another top contender with the determined Darksided. They dropped Lovedex's own Monty Connor to add Dumbo this season, so the rivalry between the teams was heated. After falling in an incredibly close game number 1, Lovedex were able to take game 2 convincingly off the back of a big performance by CJM. However, hard work pays off and Darksided were able to find Lovedex's defensive weakness with stunning backboard plays, winning game number 3 and creating a crushing 5-0 victory in the final game. A disappointing start for Lovedex, who were hoping to rise through the ranks this season. They'll need to improve over the course of league play if they want to make it to the World Championship. Entering the arena next would be the untested OCE, with the difficult task of trying to take down Darksided after a calculated performance. It was an incredibly shaky start for both teams, both letting in 3 goals, but Darksided were able to pick themselves up first and take game 1. OCE stepping up in game 2 with the rookie Sammy getting his first ever league play goal, but it would prove not enough as the experienced Darksided roster began dismantling the team, comfortably taking out the rest of the series. As a team that are desperate to get to RLCS, the 2-0 performance was a huge start for Darksided. Match number 4 would have a lot to prove for both teams, as OCE would be taking on Legacy Esports. OCE were the former Legacy Esports roster, but the organisation chose a new team to represent them. And, to add more salt to the wounds, Delusion had left his ex-teammate Sammy for Legacy. After suffering defeats throughout 2017, Legacy Esports would come out of the gate swinging with a 5-1 performance, while OCE would show signs of resistance in game number 2. Legacy ended up cleaning the floor. And, to top it all off, Delusion was the star player against his old teammate. Legacy Esports proved they've picked up the right team, but OCE are now in a do-or-die position going forward. After such a huge performance from Legacy Esports, the fun-loving retirement home would have the difficult task of taking them down. Fitting of their name, retirement home formed from the retired players who have come back and showed the region that they can still perform at the top. Things looked dire as Legacy took game 1 comfortably with a 4-1 win. Retirement Home went on the attack in game 2, taking it to an overtime that would go down in the record books. Both teams traded shots at each other's nets, but nothing could get through the defense as the game ran for a record-breaking 8 minutes and 5 seconds, ending with Retirement Home's Days scoring a blinder off the top corner. The rest of the games would remain close, but Legacy Esports showed that their team synergy would win in the end with close victories in the next 2 games. A marathon effort from both teams, with Legacy Esports dominating the Week 1 leaderboard, while Retirement Home definitely showed that they have what it takes to reach the top. This would be a match of revenge. The high-potential Jam Gaming had beef to settle, coming in against the returning internationals, Tainted Minds. The eyes of the region were on Tainted Minds with high expectations as clear favourites of the series. A nail-biting Game 1 would look to set the tone for the entire series. Tainted Minds took it to overtime with a last-second goal, but Jam Gaming were playing with the best Rocket League of their lives. They took the overtime and then began to dismantle the favourites. Jam Gaming cleaned up the rest of the series with a full 3-0 sweep and taking the huge upset. Tainted Minds would need to go home licking their wounds, but for Jam Gaming, this could be the start of a huge season. The end of a record-breaking week makes OCE League play look all the more exciting. It's the season for surprises, and this coming week we'll see the top-placed teams, Darksided and Legacy Esports, try to hold back the returning champions Chiefs. Jam Gaming will have the chance to prove themselves against the other top seeds, and we'll see whether Retirement Home can make the climb again. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more OCE Recaps.